Sorry about that.
Coach, your thoughts on the game?
Wow. We knew that it was going to be a battle, and we knew that we had to come in and execute and stick to our game plan. And that becomes a little bit more difficult when when you see the aggressive style defense that we saw from Manchester. I can say I'm proud of these girls. We've come a long way. We're a young team, but that's definitely no excuse. We executed in spots, and in some spots we didn't execute. And I think a game like this, with the number of possessions, the low scoring, that we have to take care of the ball. We have to execute in our half-court sets, and we had to rebound. And some of those areas were questionable for us. And in some of those areas we did well. So then we had spots where we were on. We played great defense. We were aggressive to the ball. We rebounded when we needed to rebound, and we got downhill. And one of our goals was, of course, to get their big in foul trouble. And so we did that successfully. The numbers didn't come up for us today.
Questions?
Coach, what did you just tell your team in the locker room now, and kind of the debrief after the whole game kind of came to a close?
Guess what I told you, that that we're super proud of them and how far we've come and what we've accomplished, and that it was going to sting.
Yeah.
It was going to hurt for a while, and that nobody can take that away. But to know that although we're in our individual homes, we're all together in that grief as we process our loss.
So last game out here today, to be able to kind of play in the state title game, and you guys have all those steals late and those buckets fall late, just to be able to kind of end your career kind of on this, what was it like to play out there today?
It was nothing new. I myself wear my when I was at LCA, leadership for states. So it definitely does hurt. It really does. But sometimes we win, sometimes we lose.
And Nylah, those steals were kind of coming in late. You guys had that chance kind of late. Just talk me through kind of what the fourth quarter was like for you guys.
I feel like we waited a little bit too long to start to get after it, and with that, it's going to be consequences.
And overall, I think you guys played relatively clean today too. Coach, foul trouble has been a thing for you guys in the past. How did you think about that aspect of the game today?
Yeah, that was really big for us. There's a great point of emphasis for the past week about fouling and not getting those easy touches, and from what we understand with the calling of the overall tournament, that they were kind of calling everything. And so that was big for us. And then, we got a couple players that got a couple of fouls early, but we really had to trust them to kind of correct it, and because this is win or go home. We're going home without a trophy. But so the point was that, hey, we got to play a clean game, and I think for the most part we did a good job of that. I don't think we had anyone with more than 4 fouls.
Yeah.
Coach, you forced a lot of turnovers throughout the season. You got points in transition. You guys forced 18 turnovers tonight. So just talk about, I guess not being able to capitalize on forcing all those turnovers.
Yeah. Manchester studied us, and they did a good job of getting back in transition. And even when we're getting the steals, they did a good job of getting back to the basket, getting in the gap and deflecting passes and picking us up. And then some of it was us, just kind of being in a hurry, and some of it was the pressure of once we get the steal, getting control of the ball and making a good decision with it. And so I think it's a little bit of both.
And you had your starters in there for quite a long time. Were you worried about maybe tiring them out at all that early, or?
I did, and I tried to sub Nylah out, but she wanted in because she was really tired. And then we got a timeout, and then we pulled back that sub so she can go back in. They were absolutely exhausted, but we rise and fall on them, and so we have to give them an opportunity to kind of pull it together. And this is the type of game where, you want to use your subs, but at the same time, we did get a couple subs in there for a minute or two so they can get a breather. But at the same time, because it's so ticky-tack, you make a sub, you lose something on one side, or offense or defense. And so it really was a game of numbers and me taking a chance on the people that got us here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I was going to ask the same question as far as the sub. I think 346, Zoe Foster got a second foul, and then her sister subbed in for her. But it seemed like it was a little bit of confusion as far as the subs. But do you think that they were kind of wore down mentally at the end of the game, based upon, because the bench, you have a really good bench, and do you think the kids got wore down mentally, not physically?
I think it's a little bit of both. Like I said, that was the coaching's decision about leaving my horses in the game, and the mental fatigue comes from, this has been a very long season. We've been playing since last August. And then we played 22, 23 games during the summer, and kind of got some national attention there, beat some really good teams. And we went on the road and went to North Carolina, we went to South Carolina, and I think we only shut down for maybe part of August, and we were back at it. If you want to play this level of basketball, it's a year-round thing. And then you have your athletes too that spend time outside of the gym, getting to the gym and getting their shots up. So yeah, I would think that we are physically tired. Last week we had to travel twice during the week, and those were 16-hour days for us, traveling back and forth to Northern Virginia. And so it kind of catches up to you. And then the girls wanted to be prepared, so they're putting in the extra work to get up shots, and they were tired, and they deserve that opportunity on the floor to be a reflection of the work that they put in. And so yeah, they were tired physically, they were tired mentally, but that's just part of the game. Your horses, they push through.
Anything else? Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys.